And last but not least, we have comparing texts. The two texts that are similar but in the same time are different. Every unit has comparing texts, and in this unit, we compare the perspectives, the two different perspectives of climbing Mount Everest from the perspective or the eyes or the point of view or of these two people we see right now, Sir Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay, the first two people in the known history to climb and conquer all the difficulties and reach the summit of Mount Everest, the tallest mountain in the world. A view from the summit and the text that follows, the dream comes true. The authors or narrators of both stories are a team of two people, two champions, and the first humans to climb the tallest mountain in the world. It's exactly the same story. However, it was told from two different perspectives, yet they have their similarities. We begin with Sir Edmund Hillary. He described how impossible the conquest was and how much hardship they had to go through. He walks us through the stages of climbing Mount Everest. He describes the hardships and challenges. He mentions how he conquered the mountain with the help of his friend Tenzing Norgay. However, when Norgay tells us the story, as we see in the next story, the dream comes true. His book was called Tiger of the Snows. And in this story, he tells what happened on Everest, just like Sir Edmund Hillary. Their stories are extremely similar, but there are very few differences. Tenzing Norgay says that him and Sir Hillary were equals. Because when Sir Hillary told the story first, he said that whenever something went wrong, Norgay was the cause or was in the middle of it. He was constantly saving Norgay. And when Norgay tells the story, he objects to that and says that it's simply not true. He was not his assistant. They were equals. It wasn't the accomplishment of Hillary with the assistance of Norgay. No, it was the accomplishment of both of them, the success of both of them, not one over the other. The way Norgay expressed his objection, though, was very, very professional, as we see in the text. He was not biased. He did not object in a rude way. No, he started by saying that they are friends and how much he admires Sir Hillary and how proud he was to have shared this magnificent experience with him. But the main objection was that Sir Hillary, when he told the story, he spoke about all the things that went wrong, saying that they were Norgay's fault. It wasn't true. He still gives Sir Hillary the credit and says that he couldn't have climbed the mountain alone. And neither could have Sir Hillary have done it. Neither could have Sir Hillary done it without Norgay's help. Neither could have done it alone. Who got there first is a question that does not matter. Everyone kept asking Norgay the question, who reached the summit first? Norgay spoke as if it's not a competition. He says that it's not about me or about Sir Hillary. It's about Mount Everest itself. It's about the action. It's about what was done. It's about the conquest, how big of a victory that is for human beings. Who put his foot on top of the mountain first is of no consequence. Is doesn't completely matter at all. And yet he says that Sir Hilary stepped on top first, and then I stepped after him. And there was the answer to the great mystery of who climbed on top of the mountain first. It wasn't a race. They were in it together. They were a team. They climbed Everest first. It's about Everest, the sake of Everest, the prestige of Everest. He goes on a bit more to talk about the view from the summit, what it was like to look at the world from atop the mountain, and how they felt having achieved such a great, massive, incredible, almost impossible achievement. I mean, Mount Everest is littered with the skeletons of those who tried to defeat it. And yet that did not dissuade or scare Hillary and Norgay. No, they did it as they saw the dead bodies as they climbed. They knew how many people this mountain has killed, and yet they still climb all the way to the top. Such a courageous action, and courage cannot exist without fear. They must have been very afraid and yet very determined. When they reached the summit, they decided to put up the United Nations flag, not their own countries' flags, because the achievement belongs to all of humanity. It does not belong to Norgay, it does not belong to Hillary, it does not belong to the UK, it does not belong to Hungary, it does not belong to a certain person or a certain country. No, as we know, Sir Armstrong, Neil Armstrong said when he got on the moon, it's a small step for man, but a huge leap for mankind. That's how Norgay saw it.